Good day. Good day, good day. Happy Friday, class. I'm happy to see you all made it back today. So we're going to continue the lesson on patterns, and we're going to make our own patterns today. For those of you who like to go and buy the patterns for certain garments at the store, that's good. Some of us don't know how to use this. Some of us, it's not our thing. Like for me, I always struggle with using those store-bought patterns. I don't know why, but it was always a struggle for me. So I've always gone the route of just going to buy muslin and then make my own patterns. So when you're using muslin to make your own pattern, you don't have to fold it. And the reason you're not going to fold it is because, I'm sorry about that. The reason you don't have to fold it is because you're not about to make something with this muslin. This is for you to use as a guide when making your garment. So when you get your muslin, you're going to lay your muslin out on your table, on your flat surface. Remember, we talked about that yesterday, on a flat surface. And what I'm going to do, I got to find out where it went to. I have an old shirt of my husband's that I am going to show you guys how to cut out the pattern, like use an old garment to make your pattern. So this is an old work shirt of my husband's. And so what I do with the shirt, I'm going to cut the short sleeve of his shirt. So when I cut this and I get ready to lay it on my muslin, before I even, right after I cut it, I'm going to name it men's short sleeve, okay? So the place where I cut is right along the thread where the material meets the other material to attach to, just say, the body, the chest, the back of the garment. So see, this is a men's short sleeve. So what I'm going to do, since I've cut this, I'm going to take my muslin and I am going to lay this sleeve on top of my muslin. I'm going to get my scissors. I'm going to cut, okay? My cut is not going to be perfect because this is not for me to make something with, but my cut is going to be, I'm going to try to get it as precise as possible so that I could make sure that I have a good pattern. Be careful. You got a hat? Put a hat on your head.
Okay.
So that I can make sure my pattern is as close to that short sleeve as possible, okay? Y'all see what I'm doing right here? So now I have the shape of a man's short sleeve. So I'm gonna take I have a pen because I can't find my marker. I want to write on it, man's short sleeve, okay? So that's what I need y'all to do. Write that on your sleeve, or if you're cutting a sleeve. But this is an example of what we're going to be doing, okay? Now, I'm not going to go through, cut up everything I have because I have patterns already made. But I am going to use examples because I want you to see. And we're going to continue this lesson tomorrow. I ain't just done today. We're going to continue this tomorrow. So what I did, I found an old dress of mine, and I had an old top as well, that I used to wear. It couldn't fit no more. So what I did, I cut the sleeves off that dress, and I took the dress and I folded it in half. Fold the dress from the center of it, just fold it in half, and I laid it down on my muslin, and I was able to cut the shape of a dress. At the time, I was a size 8. It says size 8 dress here. And then you see, I was talking about centerfold. Centerfold is when you fold your material down the center and you know that, okay, this is the center of my garment. So I know I don't cut here, but I'm going to cut somewhere else because that's the center. I need that to stay complete as a full front piece. So you're going to write CF right down the middle of your pattern if you're making a pattern with us, because that's the center fold. You don't cut the center fold. And the center fold, I'm going to give you an example of the center fold if I haven't done so already. I'm taking all of this muslin, right, and I'm folding it. So my edges are down here. The center of my garment is here, where there's no cut, no edges. This is the center fold. This is what you do not cut, because this is going to be, if you're making a dress, this is the front of your dress. So you don't want no line going straight down the middle of your dress or whatever you're making. So remember, when you're folding your fabric, I'm going to say this, and I need you to write this down. This is a note, a very important note. When you're folding your fabric, when you're about to cut the pattern to make something, and you're folding it on center fold, always make sure your fabric stretches from side to side before you cut. Because if you don't cut on the stretch, you're going to cut where it doesn't stretch, and when your client goes to put that garment on, you won't have, it won't like move with the body. It will instead be like they walking like a robot, because the material isn't stretching, allowing the body to relax in the garment, and it's not even forming to the body like you want it to. So always make sure before you cut your fabric that it is stretching from side to side when you fold it. So when you fold it, before you fold it, you want to stretch that fabric, and then when you fold it with your centerfold, you want to still be able to pull, holding your centerfold, be able to pull it. If it's being pulled, you got it folded right. All right, so let's move on. So just shows you guys a dress. This is one of my old dresses, and I use this pattern. See, it goes right along with my body, and it goes straight down the middle, the center. It goes right along with my body, and I allow a 1 inch seam allowance. Always have a 1 inch seam allowance on both sides. On all of your fabric that you cut, you want to always have 1 to 2 inches. I'm going to always say 2 because I love to leave room for error. Even if I don't make a mistake, I can go cut the excess fabric off. But I don't ever want to waste fabric. So if I cut something wrong, then dog, I gotta go buy some more fabric because I don't have any more fabric. When I could have, and I should have just made sure I left room for seam allowance. All right. So that's the dress. Here you have a full long sleeve, and this is a large. So I have it marked where I could do a short sleeve, a quarter length sleeve, or a full length sleeve. And when I use this for both the left and the right, I just flip it over. Because the cut is still going to be the same. It's a sleeve. Right? Okay. So if you got a long sleeve shirt, the same way I cut that sleeve off my husband's shirt is the same way you're going to cut the long sleeve off of your shirt. And you're going to lay it on your muslin, and you're going to cut that shape out. And then you make sure you go through, and these dots, dot your fabric, use a permanent marker, put it to work. Put that permanent marker to work, and you're gonna dot it, dot your fabric. See this? This so I can decide what length sleeve I want to use. And you see I got my centerfold. Your centerfold, you gotta have a centerfold, okay? All right. So next, we're gonna move to the back of a pant leg. Now, the back of a pant leg is a little different from the front of a pant leg, but this is a back. And so, but as I was saying, the back is a little different from the front. So see, I have it measured where dotted up, centerfold, and then I have it for short pants, quarter length pants, and long pants. And so I always write, allow 1 inch seam allowance. So that's it for today. Tomorrow, we're going to dive into it some more. We're going to learn more about them circle patterns, too. Y'all have a good one.